Hello everybody, welcome back to the Only Marathon. This is a fast-paced events event that we're running in memory of the only kid who we lost at the end of last year, a truly talented speedrunner as well as an incredible soul. We have got some Knuckles runs tomorrow. We know that Knuckles was very close to their heart, but this is the Sonic block. We are in the thick of the Sonic block, and I'm your host, HUD601, and Hypnotics is about to show us Sonic 3 New Game Plus Glitchless. Take it away, Hibs.
Thank you very much, Huds. That's one from the past, isn't it? Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? My name is HUD601, or for this run, apparently Hypnotics. You just saw Ted, who has apparently decided that now is the perfect time to wake up and interrupt me as I'm about to do a run. So say hello to Ted, everyone. This is my beautiful cat, who is also a Twitch affiliate. I'm really sorry, Ted, but you're going to have to go now. So say goodbye to the lovely audience. Say goodbye. There we go. Mwah. Right, this is... cat fur, everyone. This is Sonic 3. Sonic New Game Plus Glitchless. I just want to point out something before we start. Sonic 3 is the first half of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It is a very broken game. I still have cat fluff in my mouth. This is Tails in Ice Cap. All I've done is just come to the first button here in Ice Cap. I want to show you just how broken this is. If you hit this button and then you jump down and follow the level, Tails dies. Because reasons. Welcome to Sonic 3. It is a very broken game. This is a very, very cursed run. So, let's reset. I hope you're going to enjoy this. Before we get underway, I'd love to introduce my fantastic commentator who's going to be joining me for my final ever marathon run of this category. RPG, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, everybody. I'm doing very well. Hope everyone else is doing well too.
Ted, please, I'm trying to run. Thank you. This has now become cat percent and is going to cause a problem. Right. There you go. Stay there. Good boy. Right, let's get this run underway. This run is, as I say, start to finish, relatively interesting. So, it is New Game Plus, so we start with all 7 Chaos Emeralds. So, ready on the timer. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
OGL, by the way.
Thank you very much. We're going to start off in Angel Island 1, as you do, and you're going to see the first problem with this game, which is a continuity error, because we're Super Sonic, and if anyone remembers the start of Sonic 3, Knuckles is going to suddenly appear and literally hit all the Chaos Emeralds out of us, except, even though Knuckles has now taken them, we still have them. So, one of the main things with New Game Plus is that we're going to be taking some very different routes from normal. I say very different, mildly different. For example, I'm going to come down here and grab this big ring because I can then instantly transfer into Super Sonic. I should say, get used to the music you are now hearing. You're going to be hearing this music for the next 25 minutes. Yes, it is that cursed. It's a 10-second loop on repeat. Apart from small interjections at the boss stages like this. This game is very much half complete. It was half finished. And it was kind of rushed out. So we've got things like missing sprites. So have a little look out as we go through this at the times where Super Sonic changes into normal Sonic. You will see it. Also have a look at every time I transform into Super Sonic, because he will momentarily turn green and black for a couple of frames. There's lots of this kind of jank in this game. But we're not already at the Angel Island 1 boss. I'm going to hand over to RPG and also to Hibby, who can continue on with the commentary.
I think possibly my favourite thing about this entire run is that it's the glitchless category, but the thing that's difficult about it it's avoiding the glitches, because the game is held together by Blue Tack and Big Mac rappers, and that's really apparent as you start to get into some of the later zones.
I'd just like to point out that the best part of the game happened just right at the start. I mean, we saw the king. Knuckles, I don't know, it's sort of conveying my opinions on Sonic. Just get him out of here. But I suppose we'll watch him for this one.
I find it really interesting as well about, Sonic's got the Insta Shield and he's got the Spin Dash, and he doesn't have the Peel Out because that would be too powerful, I suppose, to have. But turning into Super Sonic, we don't use any of that because if we roll, he's coded really badly and slows down, even when going downhill, I believe, Huds.
Correct, yes. If you are rolling downhill with Super Sonic, he will slow down, not speed up. So we try to avoid rolling where possible. The other thing you may have noticed is that I picked up a bubble shield, and one of the other wonderful little things about this level is if I continue holding the jump button while I'm Super Sonic with the bubble shield, thank you, Subpixels. Here we go.
Nice.
Right again. Lovely glitchy stuff there. If I hold the jump button here as I jump, we get the after bounce effect of the bubble shield. That's not supposed to happen, but it very much does. It's the only elemental shield that does it with Supersonic.
This is a totally useless factoid for you, and I don't know if this actually works in standalone Sonic 3, but as you come out of that tunnel, at least as normal Sonic, I don't know about Supersonic, if you just spam all of the jump buttons frantically, you can jump in midair.
Yeah, that's another thing that happens in this.
It's completely useless, but you can.
The gift that keeps on giving.
I'm going to be trying a really hard boss strat here. This one is actually one of the hardest bosses for Supersonic. It's very easy to die here, so I need to get some sideways momentum. Oh, I went too early. I can't count. I need to get some sideways momentum because after getting the final hit like that, Sonic transforms back to normal. If I don't have any sideways momentum, I won't make it back across, and Sonic will fall to his doom, unfortunately. But we avoided that. Just going to time a reset here.
Air has really spoiled me with the fact that you can skip all of the score tallies.
Oh, I know, right?
But at least Angel Island's done, and now we can enter H-Idro Kiti Zone, which I'm sure no one's going to have any issues with that punctuation. Everyone in every camp will be happy. The actual route we're going to take here is very similar to the standard beat the game Sonic route here, at least for Glitchless, because there aren't really many big rings that are in favourable locations, so it's quicker to just take the standard route, gather 50 rings on the way, and then transform ready for the boss.
Man, I love Splishy Splashy Fonzie. This is great.
Definitely. And there's all these nice little slides here as well. And because you're not super yet, you can roll and it's useful.
But I need to avoid glitching through there. You would have noticed me, whoops, momentarily slowed down. That's because if I keep my speed up there... Let's see if I can get this one. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Right, whoops, don't clip through that, which I've done many times before. Yeah, if I keep my speed up before that little ramp and don't slow down, there's like a 50% chance that Sonic will just clip through the floor. Again, because reasons.
A couple of other quick little quirks to mention, for people that are maybe more familiar with Air than they are with the original games, that you're not actually able to transform into Supersonic by just quickly jumping and pressing a button for it. You have to transform in the middle of the jump, which can be problematic. And you also can't super cancel either, so there's no transforming back if you need to conserve rings.
Yep. So pretty much every level in this run has something quirky with it. Obviously in Angel Island 1, the first time we transformed to Supersonic, he turns black and green momentarily. In Angel Island 2, you saw the bubble shield issues with that. In Hydro 1, as you just saw, if I didn't slow down, there's a potential for clipping through the floor. Hydro 2's is, let's just say it's interesting. It will happen at the end of this level, and if you guys in chat want to have a little bit of a think about what it could possibly be, I'd love to hear what your suggestions are. If you've seen this run before, don't spoil it for everyone else though. But if you've genuinely never seen this run, I'd love for you to tell me what you think it might possibly be. But this level, like many of them, in fact like all of them, the most important thing is ring count. I'm trying to collect 50 rings as fast as possible to turn to Supersonic. That will give me the fastest route through the level because I can go super fast. In this one, we have to actually collect 50 rings. There's no big ring along the route that we can get. And then I just need to wait. Now we are Supersonic, though. It means I can do a little bit of a skip in a minute. It is a glitchless skip. This is not a glitch. But it does save us quite a bit of time. So we're going to go along here, get to this slide, spin dash jump, and then jump. And straight over the ceiling.
That's so free for Supersonic.
Oh, completely free.
That's
that second one is just hold right.
Can you still do the skip up and underneath the slide as well?
No, because Sonic, because you have to spin dash and thus Sonic rolls,
you lose all your speed.
So you can't do that one. Need to be careful not to get crushed there, otherwise you can end up taking a crush death. Also, normal Sonic Sprite, Super Sonic Sprite. Told you, I never finished them.
Worth mentioning that the only things that you're actually vulnerable to as Supersonic are crush deaths and drowning and bottomless pits.
So I need to. Oh, sorry, I'll
sorry. I was just going to say, Huddy's going to hold his spin dash here as he enters the tunnel and wait for the music to kick back in.
Yeah.
And there's a very specific reason.
Yeah, I will soft lock the game. Go on, explain.
Because if you don't, when you get to this part of the screen, it doesn't lock. And you can run off to the right, and the capsule is there, I think?
Yep.
Or is there no capsule whatsoever?
No, the capsule's there.
If you hit the capsule, are you then soft locked regardless?
Everyone say hello to normal yellow Sonic.
Oh, yes. And glowing displays on the screen.
Great, I love it.
If I remember rightly, with that skipping the boss glitch as well. If you move back to then go fight him, when you go back, the capsule's gone, isn't it?
Yes, correct.
Actually, incredibly put together video game, this one. Shout out to Marble Garden Zone as well for being the zone most likely to see HUDs accidentally glitch and cause his run to be invalid in.
No, don't say that.
I mean, it is statistically the most likely zone, whether you like it or not.
That is true. So, I did a specific setup there. Firstly, not to get the lightning shield. If I have an elemental shield, I can't actually transform into supersonic, so I kind of want to avoid those initially. The second thing was that little spin dash setup. I spin dash from the platform because the moment Sonic then hits the next bit of ground, he goes into his running animation, which means I don't then hit the invincibility. The invincibility would also prevent me from transforming into supersonic.
I genuinely held my breath there that you were going to glitch into that blue wheel.
You have no idea how careful I am being. So, for anyone out there wondering, I've done this run this is my third marathon of doing this run. The first run was absolutely fine. The second one was at UKSG the other weekend, and I may have accidentally glitched during that run.
Yeah, the blue wheels in Marble Garden are probably the easiest place to glitch that I can think off the top of my head. There are a couple of springs that you hit at really high speed as well that you can just fall straight through them. This is a really, really cool boss strat here where HUDs is going to have an extra bit of momentum coming into the boss arena to just bounce on him before he activates and get all 6 hits in really nice and quick.
Ooh, that was fun.
Yeah, if you don't hit the floor, so you keep the screen up, the boss doesn't actually activate, and Supersonic has enough sideways momentum to just keep hitting the boss. It's really nice. This lightning shield we picked up halfway through Marble 1 after we turned into Supersonic is going to be really useful because it helps us do a little bit of a skip later on, assuming I can time it correctly.
This is one of my favourite little skips.
It's honestly one of my
really
favourites.
Sweet when it's pulled off. Marble Garden 2 is pretty standard though, in terms of what you'd expect from a regular glitchless run, even without the Chaos Emeralds, and it takes pretty much the same route. Extreme swag moment coming up here, if HUDs can grab it.
Get in position, there we go. Right, okay, here we go.
Phase 1.
Nice.
Nice, let's go.
Love that.
Wait.
And
so
then
we
from
got
here it's just a bit of smooth sailing.
Yep. And it's coming up in a second where I glitched last time, so let's be a little more careful here. There we go.
That one, yeah.
That was the blue wheel that I ended up clipping through by accident because it literally is just as simple as run into it too fast.
Yep. And you go straight into it and fall through the floor.
Yep. Second
this
place
section as well.
Yeah, go on.
These spikes down here. Ooh, I was really worried with how you jumped off that.
That was, yep.
Yeah, if you hit those spikes vertically too fast, you just fall into them and then zip either left or right, and there is nothing you can do about it other than pray.
Not gonna lie, I may have clenched my butt cheeks a little bit then.
Yeah, this entire zone is Clench City.
It really
But at least
is.
from here, it's relatively free, I would say. The only thing you've got to make sure is your ring count is possibly something to be concerned with currently.
So wait, we just had Hydro City, and now we're in Clench City. Good grief.
And after this is Clown City.
Goodness gracious.
Plus cities on Angel Island.
Oh, yes. Which is funny, though. I mean, surely the whole point of an island is that it wouldn't be big enough for a city, right? But
I guess we don't really know exactly how big Angel Island is, or maybe echidnas of ye olde ancient times had very different ideas of what constituted a city.
True. There we go. Final bit of real worry here is this boss. For certain reasons that still remain unknown to us, occasionally you can just die at this point here. You basically just get crushed by the falling floor, even though it's not supposed to do that. Thankfully, we survived that, so that's good.
My favourite thing about that is because Tails has to spawn in for this one. Tails always dies when the floor comes down to trigger him to respawn. So you always hear the death sound effect as the floor goes down. And I know that that's probably Tails, but there's a part of my heart that stops every time in case it was actually me this time.
Yeah, same.
Every time.
Okay, Carve Night 1. We're going to start a very specific way here. I need to get these 3 rings for a start.
I'd be very careful to not activate wheel glitch.
Yes, I need to be very careful not to activate wheel glitch. So I'm going to jump up here, just hold right. Excellent. That's really useful. Thank you, game. We'll try that again. Oh, come on. We'll go back.
Yep, take 2. I mean, first try. Let's go, gamers. Wow, and the subjects are amazing.
Why does this game hate me so much?
We're laughing with you, HUDs. We're not laughing at you. Don't worry.
Okay,
There we
so
go. First try, let's go.
Right, here we go. So I'm going to get this fire shield and immediately transform. I need that fire shield for Act 2, but if I let it activate, I can't transform into Supersonic in Act 1. So that's a very specific strat and a very tight window to basically grab the fire shield and then transform into Supersonic.
The wondrous quirks of Sonic 3. Narrowly avoiding that bonus
Very
stage
close.
there.
That was very close.
Yes, what sort of moron goes in the bonus stage?
You mean you don't want to do a bit of gambling? Come on.
I don't know. I love this boss, and I'm not allowed to say my pet name for it live on stream.
No, you're not. Don't you say it.
I'm not going to say it. I'm a good boy.
So again, we have a very specific boss strat for this. It only takes 4 hits this one, but we do a first one immediately, second one when pretty much it's about to get hit again, third one straight after, and fourth one straight after, and it pretty much gives us the fastest way of doing it. I'm going to hold down here. Holding down moves the screen down, which means when the checkpoint kind of comes into show, it's going to start lower down. It saves about half a second of that falling. If I keep holding down, the screen doesn't go back up, which is great. Also have a look at the start of Carnival Night 2. Our friend Tails is going to join us in this solo Sonic run because reasons.
He's just
That
lonely.
boss, is that boss not called Dr. Ildo?
I think it might be, yeah.
Nice.
I'm saying nothing.
That was smooth, by the way, grabbing that big ring.
Yeah, that's what we want the fire shield for, because otherwise it's going to be a real pain getting that one. Now, this level is pretty much the only level, apart from Launch Base 2 actually, where ring count is absolutely paramount. And this is already not going well, because it's so hard to control Sonic on these bumpers.
Yeah. Remember, there's a backup as well, not too far from here.
Knock me up! Oh, why can't I get up? Thank you! Wow, that took a lot longer than it should have, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I am going to go get the backups. Which is just up here. Oops.
Nice. That should have you covered.
It's called Marathon Safety.
We can't deactivate Super while we watch Knuckles be a Chad.
The main thing here now is don't get crushed.
Yeah, don't get crushed and don't drown.
Yeah, those two things actually. I forgot about the drowning.
Literally the only two things that Supersonic fears. Because there aren't very many bottomless pits actually in the Sonic 3 standalone half, are there? Off the top
Not
of my
many,
head.
no, not many.
Ice Cap 2, and that's it really, I'm thinking.
For anyone else, yes, I am playing this very, very safe, and I'm going to wait here for the water to come down so we don't drown.
Oh, you're completely flush with rings anyway, so
Yeah, we're actually doing fine on ring count. Also, fun fact, Sonic's jump height in the water is pretty much nixed. It's the same as normal Sonic, so you can't actually jump out of that, even though all other times his jump height is far more superior. Also, his left-right momentum in water is completely different. It's faster than it should be. Oh, I nearly got crushed by that box.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah, fun fact, that box can crush you in Sonic 3 standalone. I'm going to go up here and just grab one of these for safety, and we're more than fine on ring count. So coming up to our best friend, Barrel of Doom. We got a fun little strap for this one.
Shout out to this, because Child RPG never got past this.
Child HUDs barely did.
Ooh, that was smooth.
Go under it. It's always faster. We're going to skip along there. Just to, cut out a whole section of running, because why not? And then we're pretty much at the end of the level. We're just going to go all the way to the boss. And we've got, like with most of the bosses here, we've got some really fun boss strats with Supersonic. Because of his extra jump height, because of the fact that he is invincible, it does make it relatively easy.
Yeah, it's really cathartic being Super for this boss. Because
All
he's
about
such a
time
pain
jump.
normally. I suppose actually with Insta-Shield he's not really an issue, but for anyone that doesn't have one...
Yeah.
Oh, nice, let's go.
Beautiful.
I'm looking forward to the cursed jump in Ice Cap. Sorry for imminent spoilers there for people watching along.
Right, we're going to reset again here to skip the cutscene. Always say never go.
You've gotten quite good at that.
Yeah, I mean, basically spam start. Okay, so I need to time a jump here at exactly 10 seconds to see if I can get this. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, got it. Nice.
Nice.
So that means we're going to get 50 rings here, because that's 10 secret rings, and thus...
Glitch!
I don't know what to say about it. It's not a glitch!
I like that
Oh
that
my.
lets you beat the snowfall down, though. Not that you get trapped in it anyway, because it's not coded to get you stuck, is it? But...
Yeah.
It's a nice
yes,
quirk regardless.
So that's another fun thing with Sonic 3. You're supposed to get trapped inside the snow, but they hadn't coded it in time for this, so you don't get trapped in it. You can just move straight out. Picking up the lightning shield there, I'm going to want that for Act 2. It also means that I can grab some extra rings along the way. You will have noticed I didn't get the big ring right at the start of Ice Cap, where we hit the first button, because it's quicker just to get the lightning shield. The amount of rings we'll carry along the rest of this level will keep us going as Supersonic. And it also, as I said, is helpful in Ice Cap Act 2 when we get there.
Yeah, there are some small differences, usually small differences, in terms of object placement in some of the level layouts between Sonic 3 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which are not always super apparent, but it's particularly noticeable in Ice Cap Act 2, and there are a few places in Launch Base Zone as well where it becomes a bit more obvious.
Also, this is a really good time for me to point out, oh yeah, I need to jump out of that because I don't get enough speed with the roll. This is a really good time to point out, by the way, that this lovely 10-second loop that you're listening to, if this is your first time watching this run, I'd love you to know that we actually have a cheat code to be able to turn this off. I've intentionally left it on, because I kind of feel that if you're going to have the cursed run at a marathon, you need to experience it to its absolute fullest. So just know that you listening to the same 10-second loop for the whole 25-minute run is an intentional choice that I wanted to pass on to you.
This is coming from the guy. This is coming from the guy who did Sando 1 however many 100 times, but he changed the music for that to break the monotony. I think if you've got to have a true Sando experience, you've got to listen to that song all the time.
You definitely did.
I had to get that off my chest.
You definitely did just have the Sando 1 music 100 times for the very first one, though.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
it was tough.
And the reason HUDs has just sort of backtracked along the bottom route and then gone back here is this top route in actual base Sonic 3 does exist. It's got the rings, it's got the badniks, it's all there. It's just that there's no trampoline to actually get up there in the first place. They just forgot that. So we have to go around the bottom route and then backtrack our way up. But from here, it's now a very, very efficient route that will yeet us basically straight into the boss arena.
I just want to point out that bit there, I wasn't pressing any buttons, I just wanted to show you the fact that you're rolling downhill and you slow down.
Like, regular Sonic can make it up that half-pipe to that spring on his own, without supersonic speed, but Supersonic is... all of his power is... I guess all of his power is kept in his, like, the tips of his toes, and when they're not in contact with the ground at all times, he just... You know, when he's rolling around in a ball, there's less contact time for his little tippy toes, and he just... all his power wanes. But that must be it.
Just confirm the cheat code that we have, it just turns off the supersonic music. So, just know that it's an intentional choice for me to make you listen to it.
I'm suffering along as well. I've decided to not mute it.
Right, launch base. We're going to take a little bit of a different route to what most people would normally expect for launch base. We're going to go straight down. If you just hold left, you're not going to get crushed by that. Into here is a big ring, and after 8 seconds of launch base music, we're back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, I really like that 8 seconds of freedom from this and that little bit of bass. I don't like the Sonic 3 standalone boss music, but I've come to really appreciate it as a break from this.
Also, normal Sonic sprite again.
I do think it's funny how like some of his sprites just don't have an equivalent super form, so they're like, oh, just be the regular regular Sonic, but yellow. No one will notice.
Exactly.
He's just happy to be there.
Mind you, I'm sure that's a thing in Sonic 2 as well. I could be wrong, but I'm sure there are certain sprites.
There might be a few. There might be a few in Sonic 2.
It's weird things where his like sprites rotated. This route that HUDs is taken here is normally shortcut exclusive to characters with really good upward momentum, so like Tails and Knuckles, but because of Supersonic's vastly increased jump height, he can actually just sneak his way up there. It's really, really cool.
I just want to point out another bug with this as well. If I grab speed shoes, it will reduce supersonic speed to the speed of the speed shoes. I'm fairly certain it's not even temporarily, it's permanently until the end of the level. So there is normally a section during this where we grab speed shoes intentionally. You absolutely do not want to do it with supersonic. Cool, so we're going to lose supersonic here. That's 100% fine. Don't need supersonic for the boss. In fact, I don't want supersonic for the boss. I want the insta-shield because it's much easier. We're going to grab a couple of rings down here after this cutscene anyway. One thing we do need to be careful of, though, is the insta-shield bug that exists in this game, whereby if you insta-shield and are touching the floor as the insta-shield is still on, the game doesn't recognize that you've done an insta-shield, and thus it won't work for the next one. This boss is one of the few that can really trigger that bug, just there like that. So you will always see me jump afterwards, just to make sure that my insta-shield is available and clear for me. And just like that, we get our 6 hits. So it makes the boss really easy, but we do need to be careful. If I don't clear it and make sure that we do have the insta-shield available, we're taking damage and it slows things down. Into our final level, Launch Base 2, our last one where ring count is absolutely essential. And lovely straight jump.
What a good final level this is as well, to be brutally honest.
Oh.
I've grown very fond of Launch Base Zone. I really like this little tweety tune, and oh, there it goes.
Right, so we are now on a race against time. I need to have roughly 100 rings by the time that we finish the first of the 3 bosses here.
Yeah, because not being able to deactivate Super and skip the Knuckles cutscene wastes a lot of rings. Luckily, there are actually quite a lot of big rings dotted around inside the level, so HUD has got like a genuine plethora of options in order to make sure that he's fully stocked on the ring count front. He's going to also take a really, really nice skip that Solo Sonic ordinarily would require a bubble shield to do, which is to just hop up here over this pipe, which will skip a very, very large chunk of level. But he's now going to jump into this little tube, grab these extra rings, and make his way back towards the boss.
Okay, gonna go over here, get some more rings.
Swag jump?
Swag jump!
Oh, nice swag jump. Well done.
Did I just see Among Us in Sonic 3?
I think you might have seen it, yeah.
Right, see if I get this big jump here for some extra rings. Nice!
Right,
Okay.
that should be good.
And now we can just jump over here and just start hitting the boss.
Not a glitch.
Not a glitch.
Not a glitch. There's no invisible wall there. Not a glitch.
So we're going over to the final boss. We've got plenty of rings here. Now, a couple of things for you to know. Firstly, on the second part of the boss, Big Arms, if I can one-cycle the boss, which requires a bit of luck on the RNG side and some very careful jumping from me, we are going to get the true cursed ending. If I don't, unfortunately, we might not. It's really, really difficult to do. I've only managed it 3 or 4 times out of all the runs I've done, so fingers crossed for this one. But before we get to that point and that necessary RNG and skill, we're going to do the hardest trick in the game. This second part of the boss. Well, you'll see. It required a lot of learning, a lot of time to really master this one. Are you ready?
Yeah, if Huds gets this, I'd like to see some clap emotes in chat for a round of applause.
No hands. You're very
Perfect
welcome.
one cycle.
Thank you
Absolutely
very
incredible stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right, here we go. So I need to try and one-cycle this, so let's see what we can do. That should be good enough. I think that should be good enough. I think we're going to get the true ending here.
Oh, yes.
Time is going to be on the white fade out, which is going to be in about 15 seconds time or so, so make sure you get ready on time, I will call it. But that is Sonic 3, Solo Sonic New Game Plus, actually glitchless this time, glitchless, and fingers crossed, the best cursed ending you will ever see to a Sonic game.
Drum roll.
Ready on time? That is... time.
GG.
Don't look away.
You get it? Believe.
Here we go.
Yes!
Hey!
Oh
GG.
god, I love this one. It's so fun. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. To all of you to begin with out there watching this marathon, thank you all so much for your support. Thank you for all the wonderful donations so far. It truly means the world to me and to all the staff and to all the volunteers. You know, the moment we heard about kids untimely passing, It was honestly within an hour that we'd already mobilized the staff team and said, we have to do something. We have to do something to honor their memory and honor the incredible friend that they were. We've had 3.5 weeks to put this marathon together. We normally take 3 months. To anyone who's ever been involved in a marathon, they will know that that is a monumental task. I want to say an enormous thank you to all the staff here at FPE for all the incredibly late nights that they've all put in. Everyone behind the scenes, you know, I mean, Amber has done all the graphics that you're seeing. You know, myself and Mendez have been doing all the restreaming and getting all the packages ready. Mendez has done all the organising and the spreadsheets. Final Flame's done all the scheduling. You know, Argic's been working on the live setup. Jay's been working on the chat. There's so many people putting in sleepless nights to put this thing on for Kid and for all of you, and to help raise money for the Trevor project that meant so much to Kid. Thank you to all the volunteers as well. We have a massive team of volunteers. You guys have come out in droves. We could not have done this in the short time we had without you. Thank you to all the runners that submitted. It means the world. We were overwhelmed with people that wanted to be a part of this. If you didn't get to, I'm very sorry, but we love you all the same, and we appreciate all of you. This is my last ever marathon run of this game. This is probably my last ever run of this game, and it feels fitting to you know, finish with a really nice run. I was really happy with that run, and dedicate it to Kid's memory. Thank you for having me here, and yeah, thank you to my wonderful commentator. Thank you, RPG, for being here. Thank you, Hibby, for hosting and for coming in as well. And with that, I'm going to hand it back to Hibby.
Thank you very much. Those were some very, very nice words. Is there anything else that you'd like to say before you go? Any quick plugs that you want to do?
The only other thing then to say is, if you enjoyed this run, if you enjoy watching Sonic games, and if you enjoy a silly Englishman trying to play it, come and follow me over on twitch.tv/HUD601. I would love to see you there. Come say hi in the chat. We have a wonderful community. Shout out to the whole of Club 601, by the way, my wonderful Discord community. Such a wholesome place. Love all of you guys in there. Thank you all so much for all of your support, always.
RPG, anything from you before we head off onto quite an incredible run coming next? What do you want?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this next run, so I won't keep you for too long, but I will be back on Sunday afternoon, where I'll be running Hellpoint All Bosses Glitchless, where I'll be running with my 3 favourite friends, Cube, Pipe and Blappy Stick, to beat as many bosses in a Souls-like game to death as I possibly can. So that's going to be a great time to be alive, I think.
If that wasn't enough to sell you that game, then I don't know what will be. So everybody, thank you so much. We are coming up to the last run of the Sonic block, sort of this condensed Sonic block, I suppose. We have got a Sonic Mania 3-way race. All of these runners have held the world record at some point in the past 3 months or so, I think. We are going to have Zandre, JoeyBaby69, and Rafflemere going head-to-head in Sonic and Tails Good Ending, I believe. Good Ending. Anyway, we will be back very, very soon. Keep your eyes open.